Let's go. Hey, so it's the Bearded Realtor back at your new video. Hey, so in today's video, I'm going to talk to my man, Arthur Cox. So Artie has been with EXP for, how long you been with EXP?
6 months.
6 months. Hey, so go ahead and introduce yourself to the people real quick.
Yeah, I'm Arthur Cox at EXP Realty here in Jacksonville, Florida. Just glad to be here and talk about EXP.
Absolutely. So today's video is going to be about talking about what EXP has done to his business in the past 6 months. All right, so stay tuned.
Okay, so
go ahead, man. So,
all right.
So really quick. So, Artie, you've been at EXP 6 months. What was the pain point for you that made you decide to say, "Hey, I need to go to a different brokerage because I've hit my glass ceiling where you are"?
Yeah, it's a great question. So, I guess the biggest pain point was I saw the opportunities at EXP and just the back end support in regards to the office team that they had in place at EXP. And I knew with my business expanding, I needed that support from the brokerage. So that was probably the main reason that I looked at EXP.
Gotcha.
Because of the back end support.
Okay. So now, once you got to EXP, what was like something that you didn't know that you found out once you got here? You're like, man, I didn't know they had this. What would that be?
Yeah. So the biggest thing that really took me by surprise was the success of the agents that were at EXP. Mm-hmm. So what drew me, one of the things that drew me was the successful agents that I went in under. But then when I got involved, then they just exploded in the sense that they were exposing me to other agents within the organization with their teaching, with their methods of success, and just everyone was really giving and sharing. Mm-hmm. So I was really, I knew that there was success there, but it really 10x my mind, in the sense of how many successful agents that were there, but then also willing to share and give you tips and tricks of the business. So that was really profound for me.
Gotcha. So basically what you're saying, that collaboration that you had with agents, brokers outside of Jacksonville actually open your mind to a whole new thought process when it comes to real estate, you were saying?
Yeah, absolutely. So EXP, with the growth of EXP, and then when I got in, because I heard it from the outside, but then when I got inside, then it was just like, it opened up, and then I was like, oh, so I can talk to somebody in Los Angeles. I can talk to an agent in Phoenix. I can talk to an agent in Denver. Mm-hmm. So that to me was really powerful. And then I'm a part of a group called the Honey Badger Nation. So
okay.
if they have leads, people moving to Jacksonville, then they shoot them to me or shoot them to our people here in Florida or in the Jacksonville area. Okay. So success leaves clues. Mm-hmm. And so I saw the success of the other agents, and then I was like, wow. And they're throwing me leads, they're giving me opportunities, and try this, try that. And then say, okay, well, check in with me if you need anything. So it was just super helpful. And so I was just like really impressed, and still am impressed, after 6 months at EXP.
Okay. So now what would you say is the biggest myth that people say about EXP that you thought may have been true, or you thought like, man, that's crazy, but then when you got here, you found out it was just all talk?
Okay, all right, yeah, great question. Man, that's good. So I think the biggest myth for me was like, you don't have a broker. Like, well, where's your broker? Who are you going to ask questions for? And so with me, I do have questions. I always like to ask questions of stuff I really don't know or I'm not sure about. Mm-hmm. But I could go into the world, and then there was a broker available literally from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. And they were giving me not only just the answers to my questions, but they were going above and beyond, getting me to think outside the box. So they wasn't just really giving me the direct answer, but they was getting me to think. And so I saw that they were experienced, and they were opening me up, and they weren't competing against me as far. I didn't feel like they were competing against me, meaning they're trying to get the customers I'm trying to get.
Gotcha.
I really got the sense that they were there truly to help Arthur Cox and help my business. And to me, that was key. And so I thought like, oh man, there's no broker in the office. What am I gonna do? Just go in the world. And they were on point, boy. They was like at your every beck and call. It's like going to a 5-star restaurant, and every time you look up and the waiter's there, this person's there. Can we help you? Do you need this? Do you need that? How's the business? So that was really powerful, and still is. You know what I'm saying? So it's just an amazing thing there. And a lot of times, I think we have these myths, we have these misconceptions, and I think you gotta just really ask and reach out and just experience it for yourself, and then you really can see and know. And so it's been A1, it's been A+ for me.
Yeah, and I would say too, I don't know if you know this, but they do have a hotline that you can call after hours if you need broker support.
Well, see, I did not know that.
So that's another thing. So I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of things that EXP does that people don't even know about. That's actually still the brokerage, and it's like, damn, I didn't know that. So
Yeah.
I still learn things that all to this day. I mean, things that I didn't know about.
Right.
So now, Artie, so if you could have came to EXP earlier, would you have came not knowing what you know now?
Oh, okay. So say okay.
So before you came to EXP, if there was an opportunity for you to come to EXP earlier than you did in the past 6 months, if you could have been here maybe 2 years ago, would you have made a decision?
Oh
to come?
yeah, absolutely. Great question. So literally, I think I started out part-time in the
Okay.
business for about 6-8 months. I had another full-time job. Started out part-time, but
Mm-hmm.
knowing what I know now,
Yes.
after when I transitioned full-time to
Mm-hmm.
EXP, I would have went straight to EXP. And the reason being is the training, the basic training that they have in the world, and then the collaboration and the success, it would have forced me to grow quicker.
Gotcha.
Whereas I was not when I went full time and joined the team per se. It was more or less, okay, I need you to answer this call. I need you to answer these leads, because I was being force-fed leads.
Gotcha.
And really didn't have a chance to really take the time to really learn the business. So EXP's systems and processes that they have in place and foundation would allow me to take the time to really learn the business, to really know how to handle those incoming calls, handle the lead generation. So definitely I would have shot in there. As soon as I went full-time, I would have jumped on EXP number one, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
at first. But
Gotcha.
yeah, so
Gotcha.
so I've got total like about 4 years in now. So I've been
Okay.
3 years, a little over 3 years full-time. So, but the last 6 months has been at EXP.
Gotcha.
You know, and
So what you're saying is, even at that 1 year mark, if you've been in the business, you would have jumped to EXP because you know now you would have got the experience, you would have got the level of training, masterminding with not only people here in Jacksonville, but people all across the country, because there's a misconception that EXP doesn't like new agents.
oh yeah, right,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, oh yeah.
So you had been in the business for a year, you said, man, if I'd known that what EXP had to offer back then with just a year in, I would have easily jumped to EXP when I came forward.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. So as a new agent, I think it's important to look at what you want out of the business and your skill set. But not only that, is that with EXP, their company has something for team leaders, brokerage owners, brand new agents, even
Yes.
part-time agents. You know what I'm saying? But I just really didn't understand it and know about it at first. But definitely, I would have shot there, bar none, within that first year as a new agent. I would have definitely went in at it, and I would still be rocking there. Like I literally, unless I open my own business, which really I don't need to own brokerage, I'll be at EXP, man, until I retire from real estate. I can tell you right now, because it's that on point. It's a game changer. It
Gotcha,
really is.
gotcha.
It's a game changer.
And you bring up a good point. So you talk about retirement. Now,
Yeah. Oh.
Artie, 3 years ago or 4 years ago, did you think about retirement in real estate?
No, not at all. Retirement real estate, no, not at all. I was like, man, I'm gonna have to just keep working and working. But with the model that EXP offers, and I know you can talk about that or whatever,
Yes.
but it gives you that opportunity. It gives you that pathway. If you want to retire, you can.
Yes.
Or you can work at your own pace. So I when I went into EXP, then that was opened up and it was explained more. And I'm like, oh man, so I can really have an exit strategy and still have money coming into me without showing houses every day. Or if I don't want to show houses, I don't really have to. So I was just like, wow, so that's pretty fire, man. I was just like, yeah, it's something special. So yeah, it's no joke, man.
That's like I guess it was like your aha moment. Like, wait a minute, I can step back from real estate business after doing it for however long you want to do it,
Right.
or having an option to step away from real estate and still get money and still have stocks, still have everything else that EXP offers.
Right.
Like, 3 years ago, you couldn't even thought about it. You figured you could continue selling until you died, right?
Right,
So-
exactly. Yeah, exactly. So it was literally like the icing on the cake, my man, Maurice.
Yes.
I think it was just like, I wasn't really expecting it. Then it's like, hey, guess what, Art? We got stock options. Guess what? You can retire. Here's these extra stuff. So it's having a nice meal, eating that nice steak, a 5-star restaurant, and all of a sudden, look, guess what? We got more for you. We got that cake. He got that ice cream and top notch homemade ice cream cake, and so it's just extra on it. But I wasn't even thinking about it. I was just like real estate. So I'm a realtor's realtor. You know, I mean I said that a little wrong, but I love real estate. I love showing houses. I love listing houses, doing all that stuff. But then I said, oh, you know what? If I ever want to chill, the retirement aspect, the agent attraction aspect to help me facilitate that is there. And I'm already a natural helper. Like, you know, you help me, we collaborate.
Absolutely.
So it's just a natural. It's nothing forced. I don't have to sell anybody on EXP. It's just my success speaks for itself. You know, and that has really just helped me be more who I am as far as a real estate agent. And it attracts the success and the willingness to share because EXP from the top, they're sharing. Their top agents are giving. They're giving the stuff away free. You know what I'm saying? You're sharing with me. We're collaborating. We're giving. So it's just a natural, man, if you don't share, it's just like, well, what's going on? You know, it's like, you know, the energy's off. You see what I'm saying? So it's a natural projection to say, look, well, I got you. Whatever you need, I'm going to help you, you know, as an agent. And so it's just a win-win for everyone.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so that's beneficial, I think, because you're getting, like you said, top level high producers. We're talking not like high producers like we think of here in Jacksonville. We're talking 2, 3, 4, 5, even thousands of listings and properties. So to be able to get that type of instruction and mastermind with those type of people, like how beneficial is that? Like, I mean, I mean, to rub shoulders with these people that you have been able to meet and have a drink with at new events. I mean, what company you've been at that you know of that does that?
None. It's crazy. It's crazy.
And to see and to think that you can stand by and stand next to Glenn Sanford, our CEO and founder, and he's the top guy here, and he's just as cool and down to earth as anybody else is. So that's the thing that I love. I mean, I didn't really notice it until I actually realized that everybody's so helpful because it's all about company.
Right. Sure, man. And I think too, like I'm friends with a lot of those top producers on Facebook. I can message some of them, reach out to them, and really get a really solid answer. And really, they expound on it and they share their tips. And then the fact that I'm at EXP, it just takes it to that next level. Because we're business partners. My success is their success is my success. And so nobody's hating on each other. You know what I'm saying? You know, as a top producer.
Nobody's that squirrel trying to hold on to everything.
Exactly. This collaboration. You know, we work together, and that's the spirit of EXP. Working together, giving back, but you have access to the top agents, and then you're able to easily help those who are just getting in business and reach back and pull them up because the success is there, and we just exude it and we give it, and the energy and the positivity, and that's what it is at EXP. And then you can go into the world and just all day, every day, there's constant training, constant opportunities for you to learn from the beginning, from being a little baby in real estate to being a grandmaster. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got all of that. So, I mean, definitely highly recommend it. And definitely, you know, and do yourself a favor and at least check it out. You know, reach out to Maurice, talk to him, and just get an idea about it, you know, and just continue to learn and grow.
Perfect. So I got 2 more questions.
Sure. Take your time, man. We got all day.
So the first question is shareholder. Being a shareholder at a company that you own stock in. You didn't own stock in any other brokerage you had before. How does that feel to you that you actually own a piece of the brokerage that you work for?
Wow.
How does that feel to you?
All right, so straight up. So I'm still learning more about that, but just the idea about that, it blows my mind, you know, so much so, you know, it's like you're in, like if your first time going to Disney World or your first time going somewhere, maybe to Las Vegas or New York City, you've never been there, and then you're just blown away by everything that's there in a good way. That's what I see the shareholders stake in. But I can tell you, when I got my first shareholder stock, you know, information on it, I was just like, wow, I'm at the right company, because I really didn't have to work for it that hard. You know, it was just being a part of it, and then just seeing that extra money and knowing that I'm a part of this, that I'm getting, paid for my efforts. You know what I'm saying? In the forms of stocks. And then how cool is that, where you don't have to worry about that and just see it, look at your account, it's piling up. So it's a major win. And it helps me. One thing that I think a lot of people miss is, though, not really miss, but a good point is that it helps me now to look at stocks. You know, now
yes.
I'm like, okay, stocks. I got some stocks at EXP in my own company.
Yes.
We're on the NASDAQ. You know what I'm saying? So let me learn about these stocks now.
Yes.
So it's just another way of a business opportunity. So it just blows your mind because you now, hey, I got interest in this. I got stakes in this.
Yes,
I don't care if it's 2 cents. That's my 2 cents in that company. So Glenn
Absolutely.
Safford, whatever you're doing, you know, keep doing it. Keep
Yes.
rocking it out, producers. But so it's definitely just opens you up to something that you're really not thinking about.
Yes, absolutely.
A lot of times, but it's just again some more icing on the cake, more opportunities for you. So it's just mind-boggling, bro. It's mind-boggling.
It is. So last thing, what would you say to someone who said, hey, I don't think EXP is for me? What's the reason that somebody wouldn't come to EXP?
Right. Okay. So I think sometimes, man, good can be the enemy of great. And the book, Jim Collins wrote that book. So what I'm saying is, you're doing good. You might be making $1 million a year, $2 million, whatever you're doing, and it's a good way of doing it. But if you can make that same money and work less, work smarter, not harder, where you can really get that true success of like a lifestyle,
Yes.
you know, whereas you may have that, but whereas you can still do your real estate, but then you still can train, you can still teach and give back. So I would say to those that even though you're definitely doing good, you might even be doing great, but you owe it to yourself to just really dissect it, really look at the numbers, and really talk to top producers. So what I suggest is if someone is a broker owner, a team leader, they have team leaders, broker owners at EXP who can share with you how they did it, how they made the move. So I think that would be the thing. And you owe it to yourself. And I think another thing is, the biggest thing is you gain friends. It's like a strong, powerful friendship and network. But there's so many events that they have here in the city,
Yes.
and just all over. There was an event in Las Vegas. I know you were up there. I was up there in Las Vegas at the time. And you know, I saw the smiles on all the EXP folks that were there, and it's just real inspiring and encouraging. And I think too, just do the math. At the end of the day, look at the math. Look at where you are in your business, and then look at your opportunities to expand. I mean, we had a little conversation off air, and we're talking about expanding internationally.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So
Yes.
you can expand internationally. I got friends in the business out of different states, so I can attract them to my business,
Yes.
not being in the same state. So
Yes.
like, I mean, how cool is that? You know,
Absolutely.
so that's just been a game changer. You know,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you said, you can expand globally to this company.
Oh, I love it, that word, globally.
Like, who would ever thought that us just being here in Jacksonville, that we can expand our business all across the world, all across the country. So that's what EXP has to offer. So, I mean, I definitely appreciate you coming out, giving this interview, man. If you have been considering EXP, definitely take a look at it. I mean, it's changing the game, changing the way real estate is done, and we're having fun doing it. So I mean,
exactly.
It's definitely that.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say?
Oh no, but thank you for the opportunity, Maurice.
Absolutely.
You're a rock star, man. I just appreciate the time sharing about EXP.
All right, and where can people find you at?
Yeah, you can check me out at living in Jacksonville, Florida with Arthur Cox, and hit me up on Facebook, Arthur Cox, EXP Realty. Love to check you out. 904-860-4799, Artie Cox.
All right, so y'all check out Artie on all these social media platforms. Y'all know who I am, the Bearded Realtor, and I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right, be blessed.